Hey, it's Jeremy with Red Hawk Coaching today, and I have the blessing and opportunity to interview one of my coaching clients, Monica Humphrey with Keller Williams Realty Northeast, located here in Kingwood, Texas. How are you doing today, Monica?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you.
Great. I appreciate you taking this time. I know you've got a busy schedule, and you're doing so great in your business this year and finishing out strong. So I really appreciate you taking the time to be able to share a little bit more about your business and what drives you, and hopefully somebody can come back to this and learn more about you, whether they're buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Now they have maybe a connection with you, or maybe even somebody is thinking about getting into the real estate industry, knowing what it takes. And so, Monica, I'd like to start today. Just tell me a little bit about yourself. Before you got started in real estate, and what made you get into the business.
So, hi, thank you for having me. A little bit about myself. I'm originally from Kingwood. My husband's from Humble, and we are raising our 3 children in Atascocita in Eagle Springs. We love it here. It's home, and we enjoy being able to serve our community in multiple ways. I got into real estate. I tell everybody I've known I wanted to do real estate since the day I graduated high school. In fact, I told my dad I didn't need to go to college because I wanted to be a real estate agent, and he said, "That's fantastic, go to college." So I went to Texas Tech and majored in finance with an emphasis in real estate. I ended up moving to Seattle, and I worked for Boeing for almost 10 years, and I worked in their contracts and negotiations department for the F-22 airplanes. So contracts negotiations is kind of a passion, and I love doing it, and I've been doing it for a long time now, which obviously helps me in the real estate world.
I did not realize you were from worked in Seattle for a period of time, and I didn't realize that you were a Texas Tech Raider, and I'm not going to hold that against you.
I try not to hold it against you that you're an Aggie, but the majority of my friends are Aggies, so that's okay. I have love for them too.
So we were talking earlier offline about your big why, your passion, and I'd love for you to just share that with maybe some of the individuals that are watching today. What drives you?
So I really think that my love language is helping other people, being able to serve others, and real estate is just one of the vehicles that helps me to do that. Growing up, I moved every 3 years before we got to Kingwood. So I say I fell in love with real estate from the backseat of the car. I'm an observer way more than I am a talker, and I would listen, and I was always curious and had questions. And I feel like all those experiences have helped me at this point in my career to be able to walk along people and help them out and have empathy and understand that as much as there's smiling, laughter, and happiness, there is stress. There are hard decisions to be made. And I'm just happy to be able to help people along the way to go through all those different obstacles.
Yeah, I think, from the outside looking in, the consumer sometimes looks at the realtor and they're like, okay, what are they really doing in the process? And once you get into the process, you realize all those steps that need to happen, and, the number of people that are actually involved in the transaction, and being, the centerpiece of that as the real estate agent and walking them through that. They say that outside of death, the most stressful thing that you could do is move. And I think it's so true. And to have a great real estate agent, being able to help them, and not just a great real estate agent, but one that has a passion, they're driven by, the wanting to help and make it a great process and seamless transaction. Even though there might be a few bumps in the road, you're there to help them be the problem solver. I think that's lost in our industry today. Don't you agree?
I agree. And, along with another way to help them is to make sure that their properties are marketed correctly and reaching the correct audience to get them the most amount for what they're looking for, or to get them the best deal on the house that they're looking for. There's just so much that goes into it that is more than just, hey, here's your keys.
Oh, exactly. And how many years have you been in the real estate industry?
It's going to be going on 3 years now.
3 years. Yeah. That the average time for a real estate agent is about 6 months. So you're way past that time. We know you're building a successful business, and and having the opportunity to coach you, I can see the things that you're doing within your business, the operational side of it, and the taking action and being consistent in those, and being congruent in the way that you think and the way that you act. I think is so important, and I've seen that in the success of your business this year. Now, I know you are in the greater Northeast Houston area. Do you have a niche market that you specifically work in?
For sure, Northeast Houston. I always say I will go anywhere in Houston, but I really try to focus on Atascocita. Eagle Springs is where I live, and what I know, Eagle Springs, the Groves, Kingwood, the Bridges, right along Lake Houston. Try to stay close to home as much as I can.
Yeah, and as a coach, I encourage that. I see these agents that will, they're trying to help list, somebody list their home, and they live in the far west side of town, or, they work with a buyer and come to this side of town, and they just really don't have the intimate knowledge that somebody that lives within the market area has. And sometimes that can get the consumer in trouble. When they're in the middle of a negotiation and the agent's not very familiar with that service area. So when we look at your business, I know a majority of it was in Eagle Springs. You've obviously got a connection there, being a homeowner, and kids are involved in schools, correct?
I am on the PTO for the school. I have been a neighborhood voting rep for a couple of years now. Got kids. My husband is also involved in some of the different chairs around the neighborhood. So lots of knowledge and lots of community involvement.
I think that's so important. I think when somebody's going out and hiring an agent, are they really involved in the area in which I live? Do they really care about it and have a passion about it? Because I think that's a big part of your marketing, and you've got to market what you love.
Right.
So being plugged in and part of that community, I think, has been a great asset for you. And if I were looking to hire an agent, that would be very important to me that they have that connection with the community. So great work. Looking at 2019, and I know we've talked about this on coaching calls, but I think it's important to share with others. How many families do you want to have this next year?
In 2019, I would like to set a goal to help at minimum 30 families move into homes, sell their homes, or investment properties.
That's an awesome note. That's a lot of families. That's a lot of helping as well.
A lot of helping.
So I think it's incredible that you have those goals and those desires, and being able to share that. I know there's probably people listening today that may, whether it's themselves or somebody else they know, are thinking about buying, selling, or investing in 2019. And what would be, when you're looking for the perfect client, what's a perfect client for you?
Oh gosh, my perfect client, anywhere from a first-time homeowner to a older couple looking to size down in a home. We do them all. A lot of times, I will say, I help families go from one section of Eagle Springs to another section of Eagle Springs, whether it's sizing up or sizing down for different reasons. Kids are going to college, empty nesters, or they've just had their fourth child. Many different reasons, but all kinds of clients.
And I've seen that in your business where, they have been moves, up or down, or, sometimes it's a lateral move, or, I've seen where you've helped some individuals move over into the Groves, which is an adjacent neighborhood that offers new construction. It's built out. So, I think it's great that you've positioned yourself in that area to be that resource, be that local real estate specialist, and I commend you for that. And great work.
Well, thank you. And I got to say, I don't do it alone. I have many people that I consider part of my team, from the stager that will go help me stage my listings, carpet cleaners that I can always count on, a transaction coordinator that makes everything behind the scenes work really smoothly, awesome title companies and insurance companies. So team effort for sure.
Yeah, it takes a village, right? Yes. So and it takes the right people in the village. And
Yes.
so great work on building that over the last year. So I've also noticed you've started doing some videos, and one of the things that's interesting about that is just that connection you have with the community and really getting people from within the community to be able to benefit and help each other out. Tell me a little bit more about that idea. And I saw you just recently did one for a nail salon.
I did. So it's been something that's been on my heart for a couple of years now, and I just needed to do it. And thanks to you for pushing me to do it. So because I grew up in Kingwood, my husband grew up in Humble, we have lots of friends that have started their own small businesses around the community. And I really just want to be part of their cheer team and showing people in our community and my clients that are always calling to ask me, where do I go to do this? Where should I go to do that? When you move to Houston from out of the city or out of the country, as it's been, you don't know where the dependable places are. And I want to make sure that I am also bringing that to their forefront and making sure that we are serving them as best as we can.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love about your business, and a lot of the agents that I'm coaching is they've created within their business this ability to be a resource to their customers and their clients and past clients, and I just see that in what you're doing, and I know you're going to be doing more of, and that's a great job, and I think it just enhances that sense of community, and also gives you the credibility when somebody's looking to buy, sell, or invest in that area, that you're the person they probably should be contacting.
Right. And I even work with Aggies.
And you work with Aggies.
I have some Aggie friends that are investors, and we've been buying up a couple of houses around Atascocita, and we've got rentals also. So we're kind of all over the board here.
Yeah. So they just don't get closing gifts, right? You work with them. We'll forgive you. All right. So I want to ask a couple more questions and we'll wrap this up. Is I say somebody's out there today and they're watching this, and they're learning a little bit more about your business, and they're thinking about getting into real estate themselves. Where do they start, and would you be open to a conversation with them?
Definitely always happy to talk to anybody that might be interested in the real estate career. I think it's fantastic. I think it's incredibly rewarding. And I also think there are plenty of homes and clients for all of us. So I just love to talk to anybody that's interested. I personally went through the Champion School of Business, and that's a good place to start. I think it's important to research the different brokerages around your area and see what they have to offer and what they don't have to offer, and make the decision that's right for you.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing, right? It's got to be the right decision for them as
right,
where they see themselves having the most opportunity.
Right.
Would you be open to that conversation if somebody wanted to reach out to you to talk? I'm guessing that, right?
Yes, for sure.
Awesome. All right. If somebody wanted to connect with you, though, to buy or sell a home or invest in real estate, what is the best way to get in touch with you?
The best thing to do is pick up the phone and call me at 281-455-3110.
All right. So thank you again, Monica, for today and being able to share a little bit about your business, the successes that you're having. Also being able to share how if somebody wants to make a change in their path in life, real estate is a great opportunity for that. And just thank you, and I'm in gratitude.
Thank you.
All right, Monica, have a great day.
You too. Bye.